What's good? This is Josh from Neg2YGO here with the locals round one. So this is the day after the previous sort of set of feature matches that went up on the channel. Made a couple changes to the list. The sort of big one is Necroquip in place of the Link Spider, and also a couple changes sort of hand trap lineup. Took out talents, took out called by, up to 15 hand traps now. So going into round one, playing against Xavier, and I am going first, which is nice. Go for Sword Knight starter. Just sort of how the hand had to play out. We're having a bit of a laugh because some of the guys have been talking about Chimera Fiendsmith before locals, but did not know that that was the deck that I was playing today. Chimera Fusion, having the Codal protection here. I don't yet know what deck Xavier is on. In the past, he's played Goblins, Horror Staff, Kashtira. Kashtira is probably what he's best known for. He took that to I believe it was top 16 finish at YCS Sydney. So potentially that. Going for it's just standard line, summon a Dust of Gold from deck. Make the Fiendsmith. Big change from yesterday because now there is the Necroquip, so I'm able to go for this line. Necroquip has some cute uses in this as well, because it triggers if I think it's a monster that goes from hand to grave to activate an effect, so as cost for an effect. You can trigger it off of pitching for Nightmare Apprentice, Kotal, a Dusted, Engraver, all different ways that you can just sort of get a free drop. Here he was just sort of counting the summons and sort of wondering where I was up to, and I was going, okay. I could sort of commit myself into a wave high, which is going to cut me a little short on other resources, protect myself against a nib, decide, you know what, if it is there, I'm just sort of in a really tough position, so I'll take the bait. Under all that glare is a wave high. So it's wave high, Birthmet, Nightmare Apprentice. I think it was a set Chimera Fusion, couple Veilers. Got the targeting protection and the monster effect negation engrave as well. And he goes, it's just straight away to battle phase. Okay. Lose a couple things, definitely lose Chimera Fusion, lose Nightmare Apprentice. I don't want to be like Chimera Fusion with the cards in hand. I wouldn't even be able to make anything go down to wave high and just get Dark Rulered. So it doesn't matter. Reveals that it's Ritual Beast. So shift to deck, chain Veiler. Can't even chain the second Veiler because Eclipse will make the Cannonhawk forget the previous things that have applied to it, is the ruling. So second Veiler wouldn't do anything. Just have to let it happen. And he just sort of has combo here. Goes for the Cannonhawk. Second effect to Cannonhawk, cycling back. Able to get a search here. Sort of keeping track of what guys have been specialed at this point. So Cannonhawk has been specialed. I think at this point all of them have been specialed so far. Veil the Cannonhawk. Just cutting off another resource. I mean, I know that he can go Cannonhawk, Ulti-Cannonhawk here to get another search, potentially, and then make the Nurture Drago, but if that's the extent of it, then there is still a chance for me to get back into this game. Gets the Steeds, which notably is a non-targeting pop, so I can't actually Kotal negate that, or really effectively use Chimera Fusion to dodge it. Banishes 2 for Nurture Drago. One of my mates say in the background, having a bit of a laugh. He had the buy round one, so he was sort of hanging around chatting. Draw one off the Eclipse and then draw another one for turn. Find the Codal, which is really powerful. At this point I can feel pretty confident that I don't have to worry about hand traps. It's probably just breakers, seeing evenly Dark Ruler Eclipse. And then probably also a shifter as well in the deck somewhere. Also Knight, switch the wave high. Trying to potentially bait him into forgetting the illusion effects. So, if I go to battle and I go Sword Knight in and he tags up the Alta Hawk, so forgetting that they would not die by battle. But Xavier is actually the person that I bought this core from. Bought pretty much the whole illusion core and Chimera core from him, so he definitely remembers it. Forget that the Lara has the protection engrave, so I made a mistake as well. Swing into the Alta Hawk, he doesn't take the bait. I just used the Caesar to negate the Lara summon from deck. Main 2, Engraver, shuffle back a Dusted. He's just going to think in response. Lets it come out. And there is the Steed, so that's going to pop 2 here, non-targeting. It's very unfortunate for me. Go for Sword Knight effect here. I think I was probably thinking about potentially going through a Muckraker to get the big wing, forgetting that I have already normaled. Yep, just passing turn. Nothing else I can do here. Pretty sure I'm just dead. Draws for turn. I used the wave high on the Alta Hawk tag out there. Well, just when into Hawk, banishing Rampengu, tagging into Alta Hawk again. And yep, that's nothing else I can do. I'm super far behind in this game. No real way for me to get back into it. So we'll go to game 2. Okay, so going into game 2 here, took out the Bestials and put in a Chaos Hunter, the Angel Blue Tears, and also the D-Barrier as well. Starting with Engraver into Tract, very nice to not see a Shifter coming down, very happy about that. Making the Requiem, going through the Necroquip, now that is an option. Just sort of working out here if I want to go for the Nightmare Apprentice straight away and get the potential draw off of it, or if I want to save that for later. Decide to save it. I want to be able to establish some sort of interaction prior to committing to that. Like on Engraver, so now I have a Wave High available, which is what I end up going for. Now I feel pretty confident that there's no nib in the deck, but Wave High is still a very powerful card, so I thought it was worth going into. Normal Sword Knight into Gazelle. Was going to be alright. I figure if there was an Ash, it probably would have come down already, so I feel pretty confident resolving the Sword Knight there. Even if not, I can get Chimera, I can get Nightmare Apprentice into Kotal, Kotal into one of the other guys, and then go the Fusion after that. The 3-link chain, just sort of hoping that I can rip a starter out of their hand here. Gain Diabells, knowing that there is Eclipse and also Evenly in the deck. Diabells just perfectly shuts that down. Doesn't quite deal with Dark Ruler, but if there is a Dark Ruler, you can potentially fuse it off and then use the Chimera the King, or also Big Wing Baphomet to bring it back even after getting Dark Rulered. Just thinking about whether I go to rank 6 or link 2. Make the rank 6 Beatrice. Dumping and detaching, getting the Chaos Hunter. Kinda a bit of an auto win in this matchup. Is it just completely cut your opponent off of summoning their extra deck guys. Use the Reborn. Rip the E-Telly in the end phase. Very nice. Not as would have super mattered because of the Diabells. But yep, just another card gone. And that is the game. Not being able to use quick plays or traps, plus the Chaos Hunter just completely shuts it down, and we'll go game 3. Going into game 3, put in the Phantasmas over the Blue Tears package. I think also taking an Engraver out. Choose to leave the Chaos Hunter in as a potential sort of auto win if I draw it. And you will see I did in fact draw it. So the Veiler gets out the Eclipse, and then on the Lara summon, able to drop Chaos Hunter, pitching the Sinister Necrom drawn. So that's also going to be a way to get into Fiendsmith engine immediately on my turn. And yep, just pass his turn under Chaos Hunter. Can't do anything about it. Already used the Eclipse. And start the turn by just going Fiendsmith package. Ashes the Requiem, but I have tracked, so I'm able to just keep going. Just sort of working out, if I go for Larry, then I'm going to have to link off the Chaos Hunter, which I really don't want to do. So I end up going for the Engraver here instead. Putting back, I think that was the, putting back the Adusted. Summon out the Requiem. Counting summons, just very aware of Nib. Really don't want to lose to Nib. Go for Requiem equip. Clear everything. Lara's already banished, so can't use Protect, but I mean can't use that under Chaos Hunter anyway. So working out, I think it was a Phantasma and an Imperm still in hand. So unless I want to link off the Chaos Hunter, can't really get to engine, but I'd rather just prefer that. I think I'm in a really strong position here. Unless the draw is like specifically Dark Ruler or Eclipse, and make the right call. Can't do anything under the Chaos Hunter. Codal off the top is really nice because also you get to draw a card off of the Necroquip effect. So we have Night. We're just having a bit of a laugh. He makes a joke that, oh, what if it's Raikou? What if? You know, if it is Raikou, then he's just the better duelist. Nothing I can do about that. Establish the Wave High nice and early. Normal the Sword Knight. Even if I get ashed, I'm far enough ahead that I don't really care at this point. Go for the Big Wing, Fusion Lock myself, but that's alright. Again, sort of same reasoning that I feel very strong here, very far ahead. So I get to reborn the Sword Knight off the Big Wing, search the Diabells, add back the Chimera Fusion. I'm working out damage numbers. You know, same thing. Just want to keep that Chaos Hunter on board as much as I can. Going Chimera, so in case it is a Raikou, it doesn't matter, but it is obviously not. It is a Rampengu, and that is the game. See you round 2. Chaos Hunter wins.